Hello everybody, I'm InTheLittleWood, also known as Martin, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a slightly different video. You might notice just peeking around the back there that those are some very, very empty shelves. Same with the over here as well. There's nothing fancy going around the top. The soundboards have fallen down. The office is just in a bit of an empty state, other than like this one box, which I'm going to be taking to the brand new Yogtowers. So basically we're moving office next week, and I thought this week it would be really cool if I set up a camera and did a time lapse of me taking my office apart. And then what I thought would be even cooler was if I was to live stream it and answer questions about various items from the room, and even like sort of share some anecdotes and backstories to some of them as well. So this video is a condensed version of that. It's like all the best bits with a little bit of like time lapsing in between. And another thing before we go is I want to let you know about some charity auctions that we're doing. So various items from throughout the entirety of Yogtowers. We're auctioning off a ton of random items that we don't want to take to the new office, but we think they could have a really nice home with one of you guys. They're going up on eBay for relatively cheap prices. It's not a buy now, I think it's a bidding thing. And all of the money that we raise from this is actually going to be going to charity. So if you want to have a little look in the description, I'll link the full version of this live stream that I did, and then also a link to the eBay page where you can find some stuff, bid on them, do some good deeds, and everything will be groovy. So enjoy this video, and I will see you all next week at the brand new Yogtowers. Oh, I'm excited. Bye-bye. Here it is, look at that. My Minecon Paris badge. Look at that bad boy. So that's my panelist badge. And then we've got my attendee badge as well. Signed by all sorts of people. I've got AtGod, the Jolly Old Brits, Noxite from the Nox crew. They're doing really well at the minute. They've just had some new maps published on the Minecraft Marketplace, which is good, which is like a new thing. I've even got Killer, the guy who builds the Christmas adventure maps for us. I've got music by Pedro, Finn's Graphics, Prebz, Bassett's. So this thing is really cool. So this is the first thing that I ever got gifted by a viewer. So I was at Minecon in Vegas, didn't really know anybody there, and then this girl walks up to me called Marie, and she actually handed me this and said that she made it for me because obviously I used to really like lapis. What's even inside of here? I've got some decade old, probably half decade old tablets, so I'm going to bin them. What's this inside of this? Let's see. We've got a Witchcraft Minecraft server premiering. What else we got? We got a lot of like American change, actually some British change as well, and a few plectrums. Look at that. But yeah, I remember this being given to me by a girl called Marie. I still follow Marie on Twitter to this day, and we sort of tweet each other on occasion. She's really cool, and you can see on the inside of the lid it's got a little sapling swirl, and then inside it says made for Martin, buy a sapling, and it says Marie on the inside. It's really, really cool. So that one I'm going to keep with me. I think I'm even going to have that one at the new office. So that definitely has a place in my heart and on my my very small desk at the new place. This one, on the other hand, I think will go to the new office. Check this out. I haven't looked at this in about 2 years, but if I go like that, so it's my little guy. He's got Martin written on it. There's like a little sort of like string tree. It's really cool. It's really precious. I think that one is definitely going to go on my desk. I think I got that in the PO box, so I'm going to gently pop that inside of there. Tell you what, it can live inside the lapis block for now because it's just the right size. Cute. Look at that. Remember this? This used to be the old sub icon for this channel. Literally this Twitch channel. This used to be the old sub icon. Look at that. I think I'll probably keep that. Don't know if that's new office material. I think that might be home office, so I'll pop that just there. Okay, that's quite cool. So somebody did a proper printout of how happy you'll be. So I'm guessing that's from the Screw the Never song. So it's like, how happy you'll be with your cobblestone tree. Oh, okay, I do remember this. So after a while, I started to accumulate numerous pieces of lapis, like quite a lot of them. So these are just lots of bits of lapis. So there you go. Remember back in the day, there was this one guy who was like the guy to go to if you wanted merchandise making for Minecraft or just artwork done of your character. There was a guy called Wondercraft, and he actually did me a design as a commission for a t-shirt that I inevitably sold, and this was it. This was like the artwork that he did. This was like the raw postcard that he drew on. And then he'd scan this into the computer and then go over it in post and do all the colouring and shading and blending and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I don't know if it has any place in the new office, so I'm going to put it in the home box. I don't remember this, but this must have been from Minecon. Where was Minecon in 2015? Oh, it was Minecon London. I don't remember this whatsoever. Hopefully the camera can make this out, but yeah, look at that. It's like a brass square thing. So it's got a golem on the front of it, or golem. So this is a topic to be had, okay? So some people that I play Bed Wars with, like Nettie and Timmy and Tom and Minnie and those guys, they all laugh whenever I say golem. But Gollum is the character from Lord of the Rings. Golem is that thing, right? Is anybody with me in that? Let me know in chat if you agree. There we go. Look at that, Minecon London on the back. That's actually really cool. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Look at that. It's like a Martin badge. How cool is that? I'm keeping that one. That one's good. That one's going home. So we've got this thing. It looks pretty cool. It's kind of adventure timey, isn't it? Look at that. See, we've got, I think that's a little love heart, or almost the makings of a love heart. I like that. I think that's going to go to the new office with me. We've got another teeny tiny man, same as the other one, so I'm going to take that one home. The reason that I've got a magic card on the Minecraft shelf is because Notch actually made a magic card, apparently. It says here, designed by Marcus Persson. I'm assuming that's not the artwork is made by him, but maybe like what the card actually does. But if you have a little look there, it's called Aggressive Mining, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, look at that. It's pretty cool. You can't play lands, sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards, activate this ability only once each turn. So, there you go.
What did you say about my family? Huh? What was that?
So, Minecraft shelf done, finito. I do have some pictures on the wall here actually, so check these out. All of these pictures are from my earliest days at Yogtowers. Actually, bar that one. This one's from actually a wedding reception that I went to very soon after moving to Yogs, so I can sort of talk you through who's in the picture. So we've got, just here, look. So we've got my friend Ammon, that's that guy there, and it was actually Simon and Claire. This was their wedding, so this was like their party after the wedding, and they actually had a photo booth and stuff, which is pretty cool. So got that one. That's definitely coming home with me. Another one of just me and Ammon, because we were bros. So there you go. The hair is so short, it's awful. I've got this one actually. So this was barely like 2 weeks into me having moved to Yogs. I ended up going to Eurogamer, and I mean you can just see myself, Shin and Terps are all quite different now, but there you go, look at that. So the reason I want to explain why I'm doing this, so the reason that I'm doing this and I've got my sleeves in and I'm looking a bit weird is because I was wearing a green hoodie, because I almost always wear green hoodies, and it was actually obviously, as you'd imagine, on a green screen, but they apparently have technology that detects when it's not the green screen and when it's you, and it makes your thing purple instead. But look at old Babby Terps and old Chin. So that's pretty cool. So these are definitely coming home with me. They're awesome. Actually, I might even keep those at the office. Yeah, I tell you what, this one's going to go to the office because it's work related. Oh, this is another one as well. So this is myself, Terps. Oh wait, actually, am I even in these shots? I'm not even in these shots. Why has this been on my wall for so long? This should be on Terps' desk. Hello, Wiggle Piggle. Thank you very much for the sub, dude. Welcome. So this is Terps. This was at the Golden Joystick Awards. This is the same night where Simon held the joystick all evening, and his sweat made all the gold rub off of it. So it was a silver joystick in the end. And then we have this one, and this was, I don't even know who is the other person in this picture. So it's myself, Duncan, and Shin, and some girl. I don't know who she is. I've forgotten. But this is us at BlizzCon at the Twitch party. So there you are. So the funny thing about this trip was the fact that I had, I think, something like 16 hours until the flight, and that's as much notice as I was given, because for whatever reason Lewis had to bail on BlizzCon. So I had Terps come and go like, oh hey, like, what are you up to this week? And I was like, not much, just making videos, you know, chilling out sort of thing. And he was like, so you can get yourself ready to go to America tomorrow morning. Oh no, you can get yourself ready to go to America, can't you? And I was like, sure, why? And then he told me, and I was like, okay, cool, so when are we going? Is it like in a couple of days? He's like, no, it's tomorrow morning. It's tomorrow morning. So in the space of one evening, I had to get like as much of a week's worth of content as I could get done. I had to call up every cattery imaginable in Bristol and basically try and get the cats put away somewhere. And then I obviously then had to get, like, you know, packed, sleep, shower, and then back at the office for 8 AM the next day. I just managed it. I just about managed it. So there we go. So that was the story behind that one. Ni no Kuni related, we've got Oliver. You can see all the drippy emotes in the chat. Do ITLW dance if you're a subscriber, and you'll see that emote pop up. But no, there we go. So we got a little bit of artwork canvassing done just there. Oh, focus. So we got that one. That one's going to come home with. We've got one of the emote. Look at that. It's pretty much 1-for-1, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah. So loads of drippies in the chat. Proper tiny man in it. Come on now, Ollie boy. Don't be a crybaby bunting. So we got that one. That's cool. I actually have a boxed copy of Ni no Kuni because when I initially got the game, and it's empty. What? I was about to say, because when I initially got the game, I only got it in like it was literally just the CD in a plain plastic see-through case. I wanted to get this as soon as it was like publicly available, so that's there. What else? Ah, look at this. I think this is meant to be drippy, but done in my styling. It's a little bit terrifying, but I kind of like it at the same time. So I think that one is going to come with. Basically, anything that's like modelled on me, I've been putting in the lapis block, which is this one here. There we go. What else we got? We've got another sort of Adventure Timey limbo-looking version of me, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to go for that one. Why is everyone telling me who to shank in the office? I don't particularly want to shank anybody. You lot are thugs. Oh my god, look at this. So this is an old one. This is myself and Zeku, Edit ZP. So that's us guys all hanging out and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to take that one home. I've got a big box at home of specifically fan art. So anything that's in that sort of category is definitely coming home with me. What else have we got? Oh, okay. So here we go. Okay. So, couple cool things. I can't remember which one came with... Or maybe neither did. No, you know what? Maybe neither did. No, maybe this one did. I feel like this guy came with the collector's edition of Ni no Kuni, but I could be wrong on that fact. I think somebody sent me this one, and then somebody definitely made me this one, which I named after Strippin. He was called Strippy, which is an odd name looking back on it. But if you look on the back, he's actually got like a Minecon-esque sapling cape and stuff like that, which is pretty damn cool. So I think much like the other Ni no Kuni stuff, that is going to come with me. So oh, sorry, not come with me. It's going to go home because I'm going to have a Ni no Kuni shelf at home, which will be cool. So they're going into that box. This thing is really cool. So this here is the Wizard's Companion, or Compendium. I can't remember the official name of it. But basically, this came with the collector's edition of the game, and I never got that, obviously. So I was gutted, and I tried looking it up on eBay loads of times, whether to buy the thing as a whole, or even just buy, like, this one particular thing. And eventually, I went to a Comic-Con, and a guy said that he travelled all the way from, like, Sweden to Comic-Con, specifically to give me this, which was really cool. I was absolutely blown away that somebody would, like, you know, part with it for one, but actually, like, made that journey. Like, he literally, like, gave it to me and said, oh yeah, I came from Sweden to give you this. And I was like, oh cool, that's amazing. Like, we were chatting for a bit, and I was like, so what are you doing with the rest of your day? And he's like, oh, nothing, I'm probably just gonna go get a flight home now. And I was like, wait, what? You literally came here just to give me this, and then you're flying back to your own country. It was one of the oddest exchanges ever, but it was brilliant at the same time. And, actually, I'll tell you what, let me just have a quick drink. I can tell you about one of the spells in this book that I've been considering getting a tattoo of for ages. Obviously, there are various spells inside of Ni no Kuni, and, one of them really resonates with me because a friend of mine, Kung Fu Fruit Cup, and actually somebody else, Fire Dragon 764, both of them are big Twitch streamers. They both got these tattoos done on their wrists, so like just here and just here, really, really cool looking. But I think Fi got them done in red and black, like in the original, and then Fufu got them done in blue and black because she just preferred it that way. And it made me wonder, like, are there any spells from this game that I would want to get? And I looked through them, and not really anything resonated with me. Like, so I think Fufu went for a give heart and take heart to have like a yin and yang. And then I was looking through, and I eventually found a spell that really resonated with me, which I think is one of the later numbered ones. Because it's a bit of a storytelling mechanic as well inside of the game. It is this one right here. So that one. So it's a spell called Breach Time. So basically Breach Time says, though fraught with danger, this is the only method by which a wizard may take a leap through time to a moment of their choice. This spell is overwhelmingly powerful and can only be used once in a wizard's lifetime. Once time has been breached, one cannot go back. Of all the spells available to a wizard, the casting of this one in particular requires careful consideration. So for me, this says a lot of things. Because I've never been huge on the idea of tattoos, but this thing has been a bit of like a not an earworm but a brainworm. It's always been niggling away at me. So I've been considering getting that tattooed just here. So having it just like obviously before the I guess the not the armpit, the L pit, if you want to call it that. But I've been considering it getting there for ages, and it's a mixture of things. So obviously Breach Time for me, it all kind of like stems off this red arrow. So for me, the red arrow for me represents YouTube and sort of going down that way with my life. The larger black arrow is kind of larger and more influential people sort of trying to push me in one direction with my life, whether it be parents, family, friends, all that sort of stuff, saying like, oh, the YouTube thing's a bit risky, you should just do this, you've got your degree, go do this with your life, blah 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 blah. And I sort of went against it, and it turned out great, which was really cool. And obviously the idea with the whole breach time and going back to a moment in time, I can't imagine there being a point in my future where I wouldn't love to have the option to come back to right now and doing this all over again, doing the YouTube thing, having, you know, you guys as an audience, like going on these cool trips, hanging out with incredible people, like being paid to play video games all day. Like, when am I never not going to want to do that again? So that's why that's special to me. That's something that has been in my head for quite some time. So maybe in celebration of the second game, I might get that done as like a special vlog to hype up for the second game, or maybe I'll wait and find out if the second game's any good or not. But then I love the first game enough to get it anyway. So there you go. So that's that thing. Let's get back to the stuff. So this is the final thing off of the Ni no Kuni shelf. That thing is now completely bare. So this one is really cool. So obviously in the game you have these little companions called familiars, and somebody went ahead and actually made familiars of various different Yogscast characters. So they basically combined a real familiar and found the closest real life equivalent to it. So you can sort of go around the circles. So we've got like Lewis, Simon, you can see Stripping. That one's really cool. That one's Area 11, which I think is really clever. We've got me in the bottom corner. Where's that? That's me as a, it's my favourite animals, the tree kangaroo. If you've never heard of it, if you think I'm lying, look up the tree kangaroo. It's awesome. We've got like Duncan and Hannah and Zoe, Rythian, and I think that's supposed to be Panda, I want to say. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. This is one of the coolest pieces I've ever had. So that one is coming home with me as well. So that's all good. Right, we move on to the Zelda/Martin shelf. This thing is really cool. I really like this. So somebody made me my own custom model character thing. It's not really a pop figure, it's something a bit bigger than that. I can't remember what the name of the originals are. Does anyone know what like the range of these is? But this is one of the coolest things I've ever been sent. It's really cool. I kind of want to take it to the new office. I think I might do. I think I might take that to the new office, so do that there. I was half considering having it at home, but I don't know. I mean, I can change my mind, obviously. That'd be fine. Dark Assassin, 1992. Hello, friend. Welcome to the Saplings. Martin for... Prime for Martin's Prime content. Oh, melodic. Stop. Don't stop. I bought this for a thumbnail. That's pretty much the only purpose behind me purchasing this thing. This wasn't sent to me.
The Central Colors Pokédex features Pokemon.
Oh, God, you can give it a spin as well if you press the side, look. Oh God, have I broken it? Oh, that normally presses in. Oh no.
The Coastal Colors Pokédex features
Oh no, there we go, it's working, it's working. So if you do that, give it a little press. There you go, and then you got that. And it just looks Pokemon-y.
The Kalos Region Pokédex is split into 3 areas.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me what the 3 areas were. Oh, you can change language as well. Español!
En la Pokédex de Kalos Montaña viven Pokémon como Xerneas e Yveltal.
Okay. Dude, this game was so good. Shadow of Mordor, PC. The new game is coming out soon, and the new game looks pretty damn rocking. So I'm actually really excited about it. Look at this. Bloody hell. I'm going to break one of them pulling out that many at once. How many is that? 5 discs. I know you're wincing at me doing the fingerprints. Look at that. Fricky, fricky, fricky. There you go. That's going to make some people curl up in a ball and die. Oh, this might actually be kind of a cool thing to auction off, because I can obviously make a copy of it, but I don't know if anybody would be interested in my original character sheet for Falk for D&D. Any interest in that whatsoever? That might be quite a cool one to auction off. Like my actual first character sheet from the first 2 sessions. I wouldn't give away the die. Obviously the die I'd want to keep for myself to use at another point, but that'd be pretty cool. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Sonic 06. Let's not talk about this, everybody. Who would start a Let's Play on a game like this and not finish it? What kind of person would you be? It's not even in there. It's not even in there. It's genuinely not even in there. Oh no. Is it still in my original Wii? I'm guessing. And then the only other thing on the game shelf was these. There you are. Good job. Where is it there? What's this one? Oh, this one's quite good as well. Look at this. That pop, that burst. That legit just burst on me with like one blow. Look at that. It just burst. InTheLittleWood signing cards. If you've never seen these, by the way, basically, I go to a lot of events like Mind Fair and Mindvention, where a lot of the kids don't have things to be signed, so it's quite nice having these cards as a little backup. And it's also quite good as well, because if some of the kids don't know me or know who I am, this card has like all my details on the back and stuff, like my home address, phone number, it's got my national insurance number on it. It's pretty detailed. So just got like the little card at the front. I sort of usually do a little signature in there, and then on the back it's just got the logo, and it's just like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So yeah, it's alright. Metroid Collector's Edition is fetching from for 26 to 233 quid on eBay. Not bad. Oh baby, ready for this? Which way does it turn? It does turn that way. Okay, hold on. Oh, let's go for one shot. Oh, I got it as well. Hold on, let me try from further away. Oh, that's close. Oh, just between the cameras. No, just above. Oh man, not quite. Oh, we're all out. We're all out of bullets. Very important if you work in an office that's remotely creative or childish like ours is. Nerf gun, it's necessary. I'm only saying that to help you all. It's a self-defense thing. I'm not saying you need to go and shoot everybody, but you need to be able to protect yourself. That's how it works, right, America? Is that how it goes? Got some fan art that I guess I was meant to give to Tomahawk. There you go, so there's Tom. I'll take that home with me. Some more fan art for moi, so I'm going to take that one home. I think all this stuff was from a recent trip. Oh, I love this one. So this is done by iBallistic Squampy. This is me made as like the fairy. Well, I said she was too young to remember the show, but I said it looks like the baby from Fairly Odd Parents, if anybody remembers that. I don't think I really watched much of the season with the baby in, but I at least know what it looked like. We've got, oh look at this guy. This is cool. He's adorable. Yogscast Book of Doodles. There we go. I think that's going to come to the new office. Has mine been drawn in or not? Oh no, I remember the only time I drew in this was for a gag. When I did the Bob Ross episode of Mario Maker, I drew on one of the blank pages, "Send help please." Oh, we got this bad boy. This guy here. I reckon he's going to come to Yogtowers. I want him to sit on my desk and remind everybody that I'm better than them at Mario Kart. So I'm going to bring that with me. Oh yeah, check this out. This one is definitely going to come home with me. So this is from Minecon Paris. So this was the cape that somebody made for me based on the previous year's Minecon cape. So I don't know if you can even see that on the stream. If I just hold it up a bit for you. Look at that. So it says Martin. It's got the sapling swirl on it. It's really, really cool. Really, really like it. It was one of like the more unique gifts that I've had. And it even's got info on the inside as well, covering up an email address. It says, "Dear Martin, I've always been a big fan of yours and thought this was the best way to show my appreciation. I think I can speak on behalf of all the saplings out there when I say thank you. Thank you for all the hard work and effort you put into your work every day. Thank you for the endless hours of entertainment you provide us with. But most importantly, thank you for all the love you show to both the saplings and non-saplings alike." And that comes from Dominic Holmes. And he says, "I hope we keep in touch." So there we are. Look at that. That's really cool. So I'm going to take that one home with me. The reason it's been like out on the side in my office for so long is because I don't know if you've noticed in some of my videos, but on this green screen where there's natural light that comes in, I get these weird like jizz stain looking things when I chroma key the screen out. So I actually like hang this up on the window as a means of blocking natural light coming in. So it's played its part, but at the new offices I don't think there's any natural light coming into any of the rooms, so this can that can go home with me. And I remember when I first got that, I ended up wearing that when I was outside the main hall at Minecon Paris, and I signed for about 5 hours. It was nuts. Like I literally had to come up with a system of signing where it wasn't too hustle and bustle. So I kind of like, I stood there and signed, and then I turned anti-clockwise, I think it was, and I'd sign for them. And by the time that I'd done obviously a full rotation, they would have filtered out and a new person would be at the front. So basically I was going around and seeing a new person every time. And on occasion people would squeeze and I'd go, right, okay guys, we need to like back up, and I sort sort of did like arm's length and like did a spin, just so I wasn't feeling too suffocated. But I was there for hours and hours and hours, and like parents were asking me if I was okay, did I want any food or drinks from the cafe and stuff like that. They were super sweet, they were really nice. But yeah, that was a particularly exhausting day. In the best way possible. It was bloody knackering. Can we balance that? Yeah, we can, just about. There you go, look at that. Whoa, bloody hell, the balance is well off. Oh, there we go, got it. I think that's all my foam stuff done. And then we've got obviously this thing right here, a picture of a load of us guys at Minevention recently. So you've got False Symmetry, Adam Clark, Wizard Keen as he's better known as, Anthony, Big B Stats, Tom, Tomahawk, Calf, Squashy. Is that Jimmy Solidarity? He is, he's been cropped off a little bit, my bad. We got Tyser, Nettie, myself again. There is 2 of me. People don't know this. I've got a brother called Rick, and nobody believes me. Then we've got Wizard Keen again. He's also got a brother. He's called Paul, his brother is. The only way you can tell them the difference is one smiles and one never does. And it's kind of the same for us as well, I guess, actually. Then we've got Mini God as well. So I like that. That one's going in the take to the office box, because it's good. How big is that bad boy? It's a Titanfall 1 or 2. It's a Titanfall 1. Like top edition, whatever it was called back then, statue. So if anybody would want to buy this on a charity auction, then let me know in chat and I can put it in the charity box. It's limited edition, only 35,000 of them exist, and it's number 30,563. Overwatch shelf. Let's start with this. Overwatch cap, pretty cool. I got loads of Overwatch stuff, as in like, I got loads of the Razor stuff. I think it was actually Razor who hooked me up with it. But I got loads of things like collector's edition cards and stuff like that, which I've never used, but they're really cool. So have a look at that. You see like Numbani and various other places. I'm not going to take them out of that. We've got this Mama Jammer. Soldier 76, reporting for duty. This shelf is going to be interesting. So this is a mixture of stuff on this shelf. Fanboy mode engaged once again. I've got Ninja Sex Party Between the Sheets, signed by Danny and Brian, which is really cool. So, oh sorry, not Between the Sheets, Under the Covers. Has somebody got an album called Between the Sheets? Unless that was their newer one. I'm not sure, but anyway, I've got that. I love NSP, they're so good. And I've got the original Starbomb album as well, which is pretty neat. These bad boys, I'm going to keep at the office because I have a big stack of them at home already. But these are my Kappa cards. So if you're a streamer of a particular size, and you go to TwitchCon and you have things like meet and greets and things like that, then you actually get yourself a Kappa card. So they hire a random illustrator to sort of sort you out, and like they basically got you like a baseball type card. And on the back, it's got things like, you know, favorite game when you start broadcasting, little like random information about you. It's pretty cool. I like it. Oh my god. Do you remember these? We used to send these out to anybody that sent stuff to our like PO box as like a little response to say thank you. The old Yogscast pins with our like original avatars. How crazy is that? These are going to live, I'm going to, one home, one office, or both office. Lapis box. That's where it's going. Right in there. Boop. Nope. Neither in there. Top aim. Top aim. We got this little elf dude. He's got a little tree. And he's got my sapling swirl on his headband. That's really cool. That's going inside the lapis block if it'll fit. Right, here we go then. So this is what I was trying to show you all. I'll show you this first. So we've got a really cool canvas that somebody did for me of Yo-Yo from Jet Set Radio Future. So this one I think is going to go home because this would look incredible in the background of my office if I ever do videos from home. Let me just pull that cable off of it. But this is a custom painted, custom modded InTheLittleWood PlayStation 2. How badass is that? I really like it. I really, really like it. I don't even know if it's safe to turn this thing on. I've never to this day turned this thing on. I'm worried the paint will melt or something will happen and it will all just like break. It's even got like on like the entry part just there. Can you see the little sapling on there, the golden one? And then we've got the controller as well. And the controller is painted on all sides. Look at that. How good's that? Sweet. I really like it. I'm going to wrap the controller around the middle actually. Oh yeah, these are cool. So, as well as Nino Kuni ones, which are actually at home at the moment, these ones can now join them. These are custom sprayed shoes. So you've got 2 characters from Jet Set Radio. I can't remember the names now. I think it's... Is it Gum and... No, it's not Beat, is it? What's his name? And then you've got Beat and Yo-Yo on this shoe as well. They're both really cool. Oh, of course, with the PlayStation 2... They sent a copy of Final Fantasy X because I told you I've never completed it, but I love it. It's like one of my favourites, hands down. But the cool thing about this is that the person did it customised. So instead of Final Fantasy X, it says InTheLittleWood 10. But just at a glance, you would probably never notice, but it's just so cool. I really like it. So that one is going to come home with me. Right, that's that shelf basically done. Other than that, I have got this guy who I think he's gonna... I don't know if to take this guy home or have him at the new office. Do I take... Can we get some ITLW rips in the chat, please, everybody? That's for sure done something to my compressor. It's got to have done. Oh yeah, I've got this as well. So obviously we got this bad boy. Oh, he's sounding a little bit dated. I'm going to have to get a new battery for him. Although last time we changed the battery, the old one had leaked. So I don't know how much more life this little guy's got inside of him, but he's coming to the new office. And I've got this thing. Still to this day not used this. I got it from, I think it was Lewis gave it to me as a Secret Santa gift like 2-3 years ago. And I've yet to actually give it a try. But at the new office, I could have a bonsai tree on my desk. And that would be really cool. I think that'd be really, really interesting. So it's got all the bits and pieces you need in the office. And it's teeny tiny as well, so it wouldn't take up too much space on my desk. Just water it on occasion and see what happens. That'll be alright. Oh, cool. This might actually go well with the D&D stuff. So this is a little fact sheet of things that Falk knows. So what Falk knows, he knows that he was a member of the Darkscar clan. His clan was thinking of creating a settlement, and then weeks ago the clan shaman Raxus found an elven temple. When he came out, he had strange powers and spoke of a great hunter aiding them. Many of the clan went into the temple and came out differently. Falk was exiled for his concern over what was happening. The camp houses 30 of the best warriors. The rest are scattered around the forest, aka Broken Sky. Oh, actually, I think Broken Sky is a note from myself in there, actually. Morgus leads the camp and has a pet owlbear chained up. Falk was never allowed into the temple because he is a half-breed. So this was actually notes that Mark, Dungeon Master of High Rollers, actually wrote for me of things that Falk would know going in. So if that all interests you, I could pop that in the little auction sheet, just like as little memorabilia of things that happened. I got loads of flashbacks reading that just then, just like remembering the story of everything that happened. It was really cool. Completely forgot that I had a FedEx box with that in. Which one's that? That one's Volcanion. So I've got that in there. I've got Hooper in that one. Never heard of Hooper in my life, I don't think. Some random like guidebook. And then, how many boosters? Yeah, no, there's more, there's more. There's more. Now it's officially empty. Loads and loads of boosters to open. So these are all from the Steam Siege set. So I've got, I'm assuming a Elite Trainer box worth of Steam Siege, which is good. So give me a second. I need to put all these back in the box now. I bet it looked cool when I was opening it, but not now that I have to pick them all back up. That is the majority of my office packed up. There are a few little bits that I've not packed away yet, because I actually still use them on a daily basis. So things like consoles, my computer, lighting, things like that. This thing I love. I don't remember who made it for me. I've just got the initials JH on the bottom of it, but somebody made this for me in their crafts class. It just says Yogscast InTheLittleWood, and it says In the Little Saplings on the bottom. It says saplings for the win on the side of it. But I've basically just been using this day in, day out for however long that I've had it as like my phone holder. So where's my phone at? So literally, I have it sat down on my desk, and I pop my phone in like that, and it's the perfect angle. Like, it's facing up enough where I can actually see the screen, but also where I don't have to lay it flat on the table, so it actually grabs my attention at times. It's really good. It's really, really cool. So that is going to the new office, but I'm still going to be using it up until the day that I have to go. There we are. Cool. Right. So I think we're good. I think we're all done. I can't think of anything else in this room that needs sorting out. I've got like random shelving here as well, because where I wasn't expecting us to move office, I bought like shelves that are like brown and green and stuff. You can see the flat packs over there, but that is everything. So we have a look at the final product then. So we have got, we've got this box going to the brand new office, which is going to be good. We've got that box there, which is all going to be going home. And then we've got that box right off in the distance, this one right here, which is going to be for, that's going to be potentially going up on auction, as well as that thing right there. So some people, I can see people in chat now asking about Beale, and Beale is the picture of a sailor who was in my office from day one. So the little story behind that one is my first day at Yogtowers, I was really excited. I got loads of stuff set up, and then I took a picture of my office, tweeted it out, and then went for lunch. And whilst I was out at lunch, I got a reply picture from Simon, and he was like, there you go, fixed. And I was like, what? And I genuinely for like 30-40 seconds could not figure out what he'd done, and then I realised that he'd just taken this picture of a sailor called Beale and just randomly put it in my room, and he'd framed the shot exactly one for one, so it was really hard to tell the difference. And basically I've had that in here ever since. He actually used to live just there. So he's lived across here, because basically all my cables used to run along there before this soundboard fell down. Oops. But no, he's been acting as a really good cable tidy for ages. But Terps came into my office earlier this week and actually took Beale, and he's already at the new office. I think he's actually going to be on the wall, which is cool. So I've been sad not having Beale here the last few days, but everything comes to an end, which is good. And speaking of things coming to an end, that's the end of this live stream.